welcome back to the long-awaited return of the Chacha and Mo show.
Woo!
We're back on a whole new coast on take 2 of the return episode.
Absolutely. Different coast. Miles has a different voice, honestly. Different height. Now he's taller than me. We've survived the pandemic, and that we'll talk about that a little bit. But overall, we both agreed that it was something that we really, really wanted to do, is to pick this back up and enjoy talking to each other and sharing it with you. So thank you to our tens of fans who've asked for more, and hope you enjoy our content.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah. So list some of the things that are different for you right now than the last time we spoke.
Well, we're in a new place with pretty similar setup, actually.
We have an audience of a cat now.
Yep, some new animals in the house.
Yep.
We have 3 cats now, which are our new studio audience, and yeah, things are pretty different now.
And what grade are you in now?
Now I'm in 11th grade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, school just started this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, and for today's topic, we were going to jump in and talk about journaling, because that's something that has come up a lot, especially during the pandemic, actually. And I kind of switched jobs, and I was working on a crisis hotline. And actually, this is the number. You can punch that into your phone anytime and text with a crisis counselor if you're not feeling well. And we're there 24/7, and just to listen and support and maybe give you some ideas. And one of the ideas that seems to really resonate with people that I talk to who are struggling is writing stuff down or journaling. And then Mo and I were just talking about all the different ways to journal and the sort of the pros and cons. So I'm very interested to hear why you actually still, like, for your generations, it's like, oh my God, you actually write, and why?
Yeah. So I think journaling's pretty interesting. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, which was one of the things we were talking about. There's more than just actually getting a journal and writing things down nowadays. You know, you can dictate it into your phone. You can speak out what you wanted to put. You can type things up. You can still write them down. And I don't know, I think it's a pretty interesting way to keep track of things, to be able to lay stuff out for yourself and be able to look back on things better. And
Yeah. But yeah, the other thing is typing, right? So sometimes I type myself emails. So I have a whole bunch of emails that I've sent myself. And I have a whole bunch of notes in my phone. And then you like to do the audio recording. Do you do voice memos or no?
I haven't really done voice memos before.
A lot of people really like that. And then, so one of the things that I was sharing with Miles is that one of my pandemic activities, besides making a lot of banana bread, was clearing out a lot of stuff. A lot of my stuff. Probably got rid of 80% of my stuff. Mostly books, but also like little collections and just things that, no longer brought me joy, or not that much joy. It brought me a lot of joy to get rid of a lot. And one of the things that I kept is all the journals. I've been journaling since I was in 8th grade. And sometimes just many times a day, when I'm going through something, it's been really helpful. And then long periods without, for one or of 2 reasons. Either I'm not facing what I'm going through, or I'm so busy going through it, I'm not even going to write about it, which is too bad. That's a loss. So I organized I have about 45 journals.
Wow.
From through the years, yeah, and I actually went back and read them all, but I didn't read them in order. I read them just as they came up, and that was weird, revisiting all my different selves and all my different problems and joys and everything else. So you were talking about, even in the short time that you've been doing it, what it means to you to be able to look back.
Yeah, I think one of the things I took away a lot from it was being able to put things down and then You can hear our audience back
They
there.
can't get enough. They're saying encore,
Right?
encore.
Yeah. But one of the things I got from journaling a lot was being able to look back on things better, because I find that when you're looking back on something or a period
Yeah.
or a certain time, you have a filter on it, is what you
Yeah.
put it as, which I think is a great way to describe it. Is you're just seeing it in a way that is probably not really how it was and is just in your interpretation of it. But when you're having a way to log things, a way to document things, something to, put all your thoughts in, put all your recent experiences in
Yeah.
from that time, I think it's a great way to be able to look back on things a little more clearly and get certain things from different points of your life that, can help you.
Do you have any examples for me of something that you saw recently that gave you pause?
Um, I haven't had one super recently because I only just started journaling back up again. But I do remember back when I was journaling before, which was a couple years back, I was writing just kind of a recap almost every day of what I was kind of
Cool.
up to and stuff.
Cool.
And I used to go back on it a good amount after I kind of stopped, and I would just notice certain things from it. I'd take away something new every time, And I thought that was a pretty interesting way to be able to look at stuff.
It's amazing, like our memories, how they do and don't serve us. And then everything in our memory, like we were saying, is filtered through your inner voice and what you've already processed about it. So seeing it in the moment, what it looked like to you, what you said, how you said it, is super powerful. I mean, there's no substitute. There's nothing else like it. You can't Google yourself when you were younger.
Yeah.
It's up to you to have that record. So I think that's really, really essential and something that I really value, although I am feeling a little bit ashamed because I haven't been good about journaling lately. Then that language is bad because it's not like good or bad about journaling. But what I'm missing out on primarily is the record, because at the same time you have a record of what you experienced, and there's no way you're going to remember everything.
Right.
And then you see it in your own handwriting, in your own words, and it all comes back, and it's extremely powerful.
Yeah. Within even a couple months and then years and years, you just forget so many, experiences that may have seemed kind of small. And
Yeah.
then, you look back on them and how you were feeling at that time. And it was like, wow, that was a big thing that I'm glad I was able to write down and keep track of and able to remember now.
I will say one thing for me, looking back, is there were lessons that I learned that I still had to learn. Like, it wasn't like a one-time thing, something, especially about my behavior in relationships, seems like I made the same mistakes a lot. And that's kind of something to take into consideration when you're trying to better yourself, and learn and grow and kind of be realistic. It was a little bit of a downer, to see that I still didn't learn some of these lessons and I had the opportunity to incorporate it so much sooner. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing that's different. I'm married. Wasn't married when we started off. So my life is very different, and he's in high school, so that's very different. So,
Yeah.
like, we come to you as Chacha and Mo, like 2.0, I guess. I
Right.
don't know. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
slightly different. But the other thing is that we both have felt really strongly like we got to keep doing this, like we
Yeah.
miss it, like we want to do it. We've talked about it. There's some challenges. Never mind technology, we'll figure it out with the so what. I did enjoy going over and doing, like, being together and doing it, or going out and about and filming things we did together. So this
Yeah.
is going to be more about just talking. But I'm still really, really excited for it, and excited to share with you guys what we're learning and growing from each other.
Yeah. I think this was a good thing that we need to start back up. We had so many ideas we would constantly bounce off and talk about all the time, and then
Yeah.
just never really got to putting them down. So I think this will be good.
Yeah, we got some good stuff coming up, and thank you for letting us do this. We love it, and we love you.
To our loyal fans. Yeah.